stamping friends, it's Jackie. I am so excited to show you the cards in the Sunshine Sayings card collection and give you a few tips and tricks for putting them together. We're going to go through each of the 4 cards. Card 1, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of stuff, but a lot of that actually carries over to the other cards, so I won't bore you by doing it over and over and over. So let's just start with card 1. I love this bundle. I love the stamps. I love the words. I love the Thinlits that are part of the bundle. They're just fun, whimsical cards. And the great thing is you can make these in any color scheme that you want. So let's get on with card number 1. Like I said, I have a lot of things I want to show you on this one. So first off, the very first thing you're going to want to do, and yep, I think you can see that pretty good, is just stamp with your pink pirouette or a light pink the flowers in the background. So I just wanted to show you that in case you couldn't see it real good on the actual card. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Next, what we want to do is cut out this flower. So we're going to grab the Big Shot. Alrighty, so there are a couple of things I want to show you, and I know I'm getting a horrible reflection here. We are going to be using the Big Shot platform. Okay, there's no need to use the magnetic one on this. And when you use these with the thin dies, you also need to use this adapter. I like to put it underneath. Next is our precision cutting plate. This is the metal one, and you can see mine's been used a ton, and I think these will last, I want to say forever, but not totally sure on that, but I tell you, I've cut a ton with mine. So that's the beginning of our sandwich. Then next we will put down our cardstock and our die, and we'll just put that on there. And check this out, brand new cutting plates. Mine were so bad I needed new ones, so it's kind of fun. I can actually see through them. So we'll put the cutting plate on next, and I really see you're getting a horrible reflection there. That's a little bit better. And then we just run it through the Big Shot. Now you'll see after running it through the Big Shot and with that precision plate, this die pretty much, or the image you cut, pretty much just falls out of there. That's what I like about this precision cutting plate. It makes a world of difference. And these things, they just pop right out. If you do have any extra little pieces in there, this one came out so good. You can use either, I like to use the die brush, and this is going to be more applicable if this is stuck in there. Okay, we'll make believe it didn't fall out, and you go over it with your brush and then it'll fall out. These aren't quite as detailed, so I don't know if you'll need it or not. And then also the piercing tool. I use this a lot just to pop out any of those little pieces. So we've got a nice clean die cut here and pink pieces all over the place. So let's get them out of there. So next thing I want to show you is how to glue these down. Now, I know Stampin' Up! Recommends the fine tip glue pen. I use this sometimes, and I know a lot of people love it, but honestly, my go-to glue is the multi-purpose one. I know some people struggle with it though, because it can come out definitely way too fast. Let's see, oh, there it is. And if you're not careful, it's going to goosh on you, and you don't want to do that. So I don't know if you can see in the video, but when I use this one, I basically just go around and I put little tiny dots. Now I am barely squeezing because if you get too much, it's going to gush. But can you see the little white dots? Okay, that's all the adhesive it takes. Let's see if I can hold it up before. You see that? Not much at all. And it will hold down like a charm. So we're going to just put that on there and press it down. And there is that one. Now you're going to do some embossing with these cards in this card collection. So real quickly, we're going to review embossing. I think most of you have done it before. You're going to want to use your Versamark pad. Now, since we are using a colored embossing powder, the white, it's real critical that you use this embossing buddy. And you want to just rub it over your cardstock before you emboss. That takes all the static away because these little pieces tend to stick where you don't want them. So we're going to ink up our stamp, and we'll just stamp it on this black scrap. I like to keep my embossing powder in a container like this so I can just dump it over and tap the extra off. And there we are. We're ready to heat that up. So we can just grab the heat tool and heat it up. And there you go. Everything is nice and shiny. Now for the card, you're going to want to cut this piece into a banner. Let's take a peek at our card again. Now there's two ways of doing that. Either just use your scissors, okay, just cut along the top and the bottom and make a little banner end on it. Or if you happen to have the, oh heck, what were these called? Banner framelits, I think. It's in the instruction sheet. But I like to use this one, and it cut out a really nice banner. You'll notice when I set this on there, I set it way out this way. So it came way out there because I wanted my little banner end right by the word my. And then to put this on the card, what I did is I laid it where I wanted it, and I just used the handheld stapler. You know, staples just kind of add a fun little embellishment, a little touch. Held it there at an angle and stapled it down. Now you'll notice it is hanging off the edge, but then all I did was took my scissors and went on the back side so I could really see, and I snipped that off, and now it's just along that black border. So if you look back at our card, we've done most of the pieces. Sunshine cut out of the daffodil, just like we did the flower. And then the only other thing I wanted to really show you is with this thick baker's twine, to make your bow, okay, I just take the end and I tie my bow, pull those pieces however you want it, and then once you get your bow, trim off your edges, put it nice. Now the easiest way to glue these bows on really is with the glue dots. So I can just unroll this till I find my next one, and I can either stick it on there and then gently pull it up, and you'll see it's stuck to the back of that, and then I can go ahead and place it down on my card, and then just go ahead and finish up the card, and that's all that's to that one. So there is your card number 1. Okay, here's card number 2 in our card collection. Now I'm not even going to stamp anything this time because so much of this is the same as what I showed you on the first one. So just a few tips. I did use 2 embossing folders. Now if you don't have the Softly Falling or the Happy Hearts, just substitute any ones that you have. But I want to give you a little trick. Normally when I emboss on a card front, I make it a layer so I don't have to be embossing, you know, on the card base, just to give it a little bit more stability. But this time I decided to go ahead and just emboss the card front. So what you want to do is get your fold in half so you know how far to go up, and then just stick it in your embossing folder with the edge of the folder right up there at that fold line. And now you can run it through, and this will be embossed and the back won't. And let's see, what else did we do on here? Oh, for the is on its way, I did use another one of the banner framelits, the little one with little round edges. Again, if you don't have that, just cut it with the scissors. Rhinestones are something optional you can add on there if you would like to, and if you do want to do them, I put them on like the little half circle at the end of that banner. Otherwise, when you're cutting this out, just leave enough room so you have room to stick it onto the black there so that they really show up. Otherwise, everything is basically the same as the first one. So there you have it, card number 2. And here we have card number 3. And like I said earlier, these cards could really be made in any color. I just chose to do them all in the pinks and the blacks. So here you'll notice the love and the hope. There's a little shadow behind it. I actually cut them both out of pink pirouette and out of the black, and just offset them a little bit when I glued them down. Now, I don't know if you can see it. I know the pictures and the instructions don't show it real well, but I do have a little bit of a watercolor wash background. I did do that with the large background stamp watercolor wash using pink pirouette, and I think I actually stamped it off on scrap paper first to make it a little bit lighter. It's not really necessary on this card. If you don't have it, it looks great with just a white background. You could even emboss this if you wanted to, or even take your aqua painter and just smear some color on there just to put a little bit of color. So that choice is yours. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else new and different on this one. So have fun making card number 3. And finally, we have card number 4. Again, nothing different to show you. I did use the banner framelit to cut this out. Again, if you don't have it, just cut with the scissors. I love the glimmer paper on here. Wouldn't this make a beautiful wedding card or real anniversary, or for that matter, congrats for anything? And really, with all of these cards, if you want to do different words, you know, make cards that you need to use. So there you have it. There are all 4 cards in the Sunshine Sayings card collection. I hope you enjoy making them, learn a few things along the way, and I hope that you use the stamp set and these Thinlits over and over and over, because I think it's just going to be a timeless classic. So thank you guys for tuning in and letting me share a little bit of my love of stamping with you. If you have any questions, make sure to ask me, call me, email me, and also you can find lots more inspiration on my blog and my Facebook page. I try to post something new every day, and if you need to place an order, you can order right off my my blog website, www.klompenstampers.com. Thanks so much, guys. Have a stamp happy day.